History is woven with bold ambitions, unexpected alliances, and turning points that alter the course of nations. Among these pivotal moments stands a revolution that ignited far beyond the shores of the American colonies, a revolution that would not have succeeded without an unlikely ally. Across the tempestuous Atlantic, amidst the latter half of the 18th century, the rebellious cries of a young America reached the ears of an ancient European power, France. The question lingers, a puzzle etched in the annals of time. Why would the opulent French monarchy, the epitome of absolutism, risk its own fortune to support a fledgling republic? Could this have been merely a strategic play for power in the age-old struggle against Great Britain? Or was there something deeper, a connection forged in the fires of Enlightenment ideals? Stay with us as we delve into a tale of political gambles, clashing ideologies, and the pivotal role France played in the birth of the United States of America. The embers of the 7 Years' War, also known as the French and Indian War in America, still smoldered across France in the late 18th century. It wasn't just a defeat, it was a national humiliation. Vast swathes of their North American empire, painstakingly built over generations, had been ceded to Britain, Canada, the lucrative Ohio Valley, strategic Caribbean islands, all gone. The blow to French prestige and power was immense. Louis XV, who ascended the throne in 1774, inherited this legacy of loss. A young man thrust into the role of absolute monarch, he found himself burdened by the debts his predecessors had racked up during the war. The French treasury was a gaping maw, swallowing tax revenues and leaving little for modernization or military might. Public discontent simmered beneath the surface. The weight of taxation fell heavily on the commoners, while the nobility, seemingly untouched, lived in extravagant luxury. Whispers of Enlightenment ideals, liberty, equality, representation, began to take root amongst the restless populace. The seeds of revolution, though not yet fully sprouted, were present in the fertile soil of discontent. Enter Benjamin Franklin, the unlikely hero who would bridge the vast Atlantic and connect the simmering French discontent with the American rebellion. A polymath, scientist, inventor, diplomat, Franklin arrived in Paris in 1776 not as a polished ambassador but as a folksy, witty representative of a fledgling republic. His charm and his embodiment of Enlightenment ideals captivated the French intelligentsia. He became a symbol of the New World Order, a stark contrast to the decadent nobility they chafed under. He fanned the flames of French sympathy for the American cause, playing not just on political interests, but on the very spirit of the times. Louis XVI, caught between a desire to restore French power and the ever-present financial constraints, saw in the American Revolution a calculated gamble. Weakening their arch-nemesis Britain was an undeniable lure. Yet openly aiding the rebels could spiral into another costly war. Franklin's arrival, with his unique blend of folksy wisdom and revolutionary ideals, presented the king with a tantalizing possibility: to topple the British without directly risking French blood and treasure, at least not yet. News of the American victory at Saratoga reached France in 1777, a moment that fundamentally shifted the strategic calculus within the chambers of Versailles. To King Louis XVI, this was tangible proof that this rebellion held the potential to destabilize his hated British rival. The American cause, once seen as a risky venture, now became infused with a sense of possibility. It was not a guarantee of success, far from it, but supporting these rebels could now plausibly result in tangible gains, both in the New World and closer to home. However, revenge, while a powerful motivator, was not the sole reason propelling French action. The American Revolution had become a symbol for Enlightenment thinkers across Europe, and nowhere more so than in France. The very concept of a nation founded not on divine right, but on concepts of liberty and self-governance resonated deeply in a country still ruled by absolute monarchy. While King Louis XVI certainly did not wish to see his own power overturned, there was an undercurrent of admiration for what the American experiment represented. A weakening of Britain, so often at odds with France, could also open doors to future liberal reforms. Moreover, by the time Saratoga proved America's mettle, France was already covertly supplying the rebels. The risk of full-fledged war with Britain was always present, but with each shipment of arms, France became more deeply invested in American success. In 1778, France's bold decision to formally recognize the United States as an independent nation and ally itself openly against Britain marked a watershed moment. This was not an act of pure altruism. It was a strategic gamble with potentially vast gains for France if America could win its freedom. French soldiers, ships and funds bolstered the American war effort. For Britain, a colonial rebellion morphed into a global conflict, stretching its resources thin. The additional strain contributed to a military deadlock on the North American front, giving the fledgling republic crucial breathing room and solidifying their position. France's gamble had profoundly changed the course of the war and, arguably, the course of world history. In the bloody crucible of Yorktown 1781, the gamble paid off. Aided by French forces, the Americans secured the decisive victory. Britain, exhausted and overstretched, was forced to the negotiating table. The Treaty of Paris in 1783 officially recognized the independence of the United States of America. France had achieved its goal of humbling their ancient enemy, but they also helped usher a new nation, founded on radical ideals, into the world. For France, the long-term consequences were complex. They had achieved geopolitical gains, but at a significant cost, pushing the monarchy further into debt. The ideals they helped champion across the Atlantic would, within a few short years, be echoed by their own people in the tumultuous French Revolution. Did Louis XVI foresee the unintended consequences of allying with a republic, or was he blinded by short-term gains? Could the American Revolution have truly succeeded without France? And as we witness the rise and fall of empires, the struggle between old orders and revolutionary ideals, can we truly divorce France's actions from the chain of events that changed the world? History provides us with facts, with evidence, but the interpretation, that's where you come in. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey into the past, like and subscribe for more explorations of the events that shaped our world.